One of the mistakes beginners make is buying products because they are trending. If I were starting makeup today and could only buy Nigerian brands, these are the products I'll choose in every category. Now, I'm going to be giving you a rundown as if I'm doing a full face. Basically, products for a full face. Now, starting with moisturizer, I'm going to go with the Blossom Moist Essence because this is the only moisturizer that I've seen that works very well for both oily, dry skin, and combination skin, even though it's a water-based moisturizer. Water-based moisturizers are mainly for people with oily skin, right? Because it's very lightweight, it does not feel greasy. But this moisturizer, it actually moisturizes you very well, but it does not feel so greasy and does not feel so heavy on the skin, and it's easy to work with as a beginner as well. For primers, if you're on the dry side, I would recommend the Cosmetics Aqua Grip. It works very well. I can say it's basically like a dupe of the e.l.f., but it works really well if you're someone that is dry or combination and you want something grippy that also primes as well. Another suggestion I will make for if you're extremely dry, you can go with the Blossom Moist Essence Primer. It's basically a 2-in-1 primer. It hydrates, but at the same time it also primes. So if you're really dry, that primer will be very good for you. Now, if you're on the oily side, I will go the Adventure Primer. That primer is super affordable, but it really mattifies you well. So if you're looking for something that will actually hold and mattify your face very good, the Adventure Oil Control Primer does it. If you're looking for something more on the medium side, basically in between dry and oily, maybe if you're a combination or normal skin type, you can go with the Code Matte Primer. That primer is a mattifying primer. Yes, it mattifies, but it does not mattify as much. Just know what I mean. It does not mattify as much as the Adventure. The Adventure is really mattifying. That's why I suggested it for someone that has really oily skin. So if you want something that is matte, but at the same time is not too mattifying, you can go with the Code Mattifying Primer. Now for foundation, I'm gonna go with products that are very beginner friendly. If you want a hydrating foundation that basically has a little bit of luminosity and radiance to it, I'll suggest you go for the V Beauty Total Coverage Foundation, the extended hydration version. So there are two types. There's the matte and there's the hydration version. So I'll go for the hydrating version. That foundation is full coverage. It blends easily. It's very easy to work with. It does not dry up. It basically feels like second skin. My only issue with the V foundation now is that it has a limited shade range. If you want to go mattifying, if you want something very easy to wear for your everyday wear, and if you're oily skin, you can go for the Blossom Soft Veil Matte Foundation. That foundation, it blends like a dream, blends so easily. You don't even need to do much before you blend it out. It's a matte foundation, but it also works very well for combination skin or normal skin. I use it very regularly, right? And I'm in normal to combination skin. That is a matte foundation I would say that is very beginner friendly. You don't need to do much to get your desired outcome. So those two, very nice for a starter. And another thing with the Blossom is that it's very lightweight. You don't want to feel as if you applied foundation. You don't need something too much on your skin. Blossom Soft Veil Matte Foundation is the go. Another very nice smooth foundation I like that is very easy to work with as a beginner is the Younger Beauty Foundation. Very beginner friendly. The shade ranges are decent, so if you're looking for something with a wider shade range, because the V Beauty I mentioned earlier, the shade ranges are a bit limited, right? But if you're looking for something with wider shade range and that you can easily work with, I would go the Younger Beauty Foundation as well. Now for concealers, for a beginner, I would go the Younger Beauty Smooth Match Concealer. It's very light to medium coverage. The consistency is okay. It's not so heavy, so it's very easy to work with. It's easily blendable. It does not dry up quickly. As a beginner, you will be able to work with this very easy and quickly. Another option for somebody that likes something with much fuller coverage would be the Avor Cosmetic Concealer. This is super affordable, but it actually gets the job done well. The Avor Concealer, the consistency is perfect. It does not dry too quickly, and then the coverage is also perfect and fuller. And for a beginner, it's also easy to work with. So if you want something with fuller coverage, I'll go the Avor Cosmetics. My only issue with the Avor Cosmetics is that the shade ranges are a bit similar, and then some of them, the undertones are a bit. But once you find the one that works for you, you can stick with that. For cream bronzer in the Nigerian brand is very limited, because I don't know why a lot of Nigerian brands are not making cream bronzers as much. Basically, any concealer you have, you can buy a deep shade of that concealer and use it as your bronzer. That's what I would advise. I'm gonna just suggest a few concealers that you can use as cream bronzer if you're a starter. The Number Beauty Concealer, they have deeper shades that are a bit warm that would give bronze if you want it to. And in my opinion, it's very creamy and easy to work with when it comes to bronzing. Another option would be the Blossom Spotless Concealer. That concealer, super affordable, but it works pretty good. So if you're looking for something that will bronze up your skin, you can use the deeper shades in that concealer according to your own skin tone to bronze. Or if you have another foundation that is deeper than your skin tone, you can also use that to bronze as well. The only bronzer I know that works nice is the TM Essentials Watch Me Blush. They have bronzer shades that you can actually easily work with. The coverage is very light to medium, so it's easy for beginners to work around with that. Now moving on to cream blush. As a beginner, anywhere you can save money, you should. So I would advise you get things in palette, things that you can can get in palettes, because it just saves you cost. It's like you're getting 3 products in one or 2 products in one, and it just helps you as a beginner, right? So for cream blushes, I would suggest the CPD. There's the 4-in-1 set, there's also the 9-in-1 set, anyone that works for you. That set also has a highlighter in it. Some of them have like a bronzer, a contour in it. It's just very versatile, and it's very easy to work with as well, and affordable too. Now moving on to setting powder. The only setting powder I found that is very easy for me to work with, and it will not give you so much stress, especially as a beginner, would be the Cindy's Beauty line setting powder. That powder blends like a dream, easy to work with, and then it has different shades as well that you can work with, and it's also affordable. I think it's the most affordable in terms of quality that I know. Another option would be the Human Beauty setting powder as well. That also works very well as well, and it also comes in different shades. So for beginners, both of those powders will work very well for you, and to be easy to use in terms of experience. Now for powder bronzers, usually what I like to do is, like I said earlier, save with palettes. So for powder bronzers, I'll actually just get a palette, and for the palettes, I would suggest the Blossom Posh and Sassy powder palette. So it's a powder palette that also has deeper shades, which most times I use that as bronzer, right? So you can use the deeper shades in there as bronzer. There's the 6-in-1, this is a smaller set. There's the 9-in-1, like a medium set, and there's like the 12-in-1, I guess, or 14-in-1, I don't know. That's the biggest set. So anyone that works for you, you can get, and you can just use deeper shades in those palettes to bronze up your face. Another palette I'll suggest would be the V Beauty The Secret palette. It's a very good powder palette that you can also substitute as bronzer and a regular powder shade. For powders in general, I also suggest the same palette as well. It works very good. It basically does the job for less actually. Now for powder blush, if I was a beginner and I was trying to utilize my bonds, I would go with a palette. So I would go with the CPD 4-in-1 powder palette as well. It has different shades. I think there's also a bigger one, maybe the 6-in-1 for the CPD as well. I would also utilize that. But if I want singles, I would definitely go with the Beauty by AD Cheek Charm blushes. Are very good, and they are very easy to work with, easily blendable, does not give any issues. And as a beginner, I feel like those blushes, you can walk around with them very easily without having any issue. Also, the Beauty by AD blushes, I think you can also customize them in a palette. So she has this thing where she sells just a palette case that you can pick any blush shades you want and just place them in the palette. So basically, you have a palette of the Cheek Charm blushes, any one you want, basically you can customize on your own. So that is also an option if you want a palette from the Beauty by AD stash. A lot of people assume good content starts with expensive gear, but most of my videos are filmed on my phone. Now the difference isn't the device, is knowing how to use it properly. And I know this because this used to be me 5 years ago. I was struggling with getting good quality content with just my phone, and this is me now using the same exact phone. Now if you're struggling with blurry, dull footage, inconsistent quality, or you're spending hours editing with mediocre results, the problem is most likely not your phone, it's your setup and the things around. And that is why I created my phone filming and editing guide. It's designed to help you create content that looks more intentional, professional, and polished using what you already have. If you'd like to get the guide, click the link in the description. Let's get back into the video. Now for brow pencils, as a beginner, I will not go with anything too harsh or pigmented or too deep. Something that is easy to mess up, I will not go with that. So for brow pencils, I will go with the Zickel brow pencil, because this pencil actually shows up the color of your brow hairs, and it's not so different from what your brow hairs naturally look like. So I feel like that will be easy to work around, that even if you make a mistake, it's not so obvious, you can easily correct it, right? Another option would be the Davis pencil for beginners. It's just a very affordable, if you're looking for something affordable, just a very affordable pencil that can also work around. But when you're using that pencil, make sure you sharpen it before you actually use it, so that it's easy for you as a beginner to use. For eyeshadow, if you're a starter, I would start with something on the neutral side. So if I wanted a neutral palette that has basically all the browns, the blacks, the nudes I want, I will go with the V Beauty Naked palette. V Beauty also has the nude palette options. If you wanted something more colorful and has a bit of neutrals in it, I'll go with the V Beauty Take Me Home palette as well. It has a bit of a colorful section there, and then the neutral section. So in case you want to explore, you can get that palette. Another option I will go with is the CPD Chocolate palette. It's also a very good neutral palette that, as a beginner, you can also work with. But if you're looking for something that has a lot of shimmers, a lot of colors, you can go with the Silver Mark Irresistible palette. Although that palette does not have enough browns in it, it doesn't have like brown shades that you use naturally on a day-to-day. So I would not really advise that. But if you're looking for something with shimmers, I would advise. But if you need something more on the natural side, more on the everyday look side, as a beginner, I would advise you either go for the V Beauty palette or you go for the CPD chocolate palette. For liners, I'll go with the Paula Beauty eyeliner. This is going to be very easy for you to work with. I don't want to suggest a pot liner or a gel liner, right? Because I feel like regular eyeliners that you just draw, they're easy to work with as beginners. So I'll suggest the Paula Beauty liner. That's the only liner that I know that works really good for me. If we were talking of liners for the upper eye, I would go with the Paula Beauty liner or the Tehila black gel liner, right? I feel like as a beginner, gel liners are easy to work with. Say if you want to create a wing or if you want to draw a wing. For mascara, there are a lot of different brands. You can go with the Blossom mascara, you can go with the Paula Beauty mascara as well. Any of those two would work perfectly well. Starting with lip pencils, I'll go the American lip pencil. It's pigmented and very easy to work with, and they have different shades of brown, right? There's a deep brown, there's the light brown, there's a medium brown. It works really well and it shows up nice. Depending on anyone you're looking for, you can go for that. Another option I will give you will be the Beauty Line by Didi pencils as well. They have very nice range of lip pencils. Oh, I forgot brow tamer. If I was going brow tamer, I would do the Cindy's Beauty Line brow tamer. That's the only brow tamer I know that is still currently working for me till now. Most brow tamers I get, they usually melt off at some point, and so I'm not able to use them for a long period of time. But I've been using my Cindy's Beauty Line tamer for a while now, and it's still working for me. If you're going lipsticks, I would go Beyond Beauty. They are very affordable, very easy to work with, super blendable. The Blossom Lip Smack lip stains as well, very lightweight. You don't feel it that much when you apply, and it's easily blendable. Now for glosses, there are various types. You can go with the Blossom Irresistible Gloss. If you want colored glosses, right, you can go with Blossom Irresistible Gloss. If you want really pigmented glosses that actually show up, you can go the Beauty by AD glosses as well. They are very nice glosses. Also the clear glosses as well from Beauty by AD, very nice. I think it's the shade Glint. That gloss is super good. Then there are other clear glosses you can get. Absolute Blossom also has clear glosses. Basically, you can get clear glosses from anywhere. And finally, for setting spray, if I was going for a matte setting spray, I would go with the Nia Beauty setting spray. Super affordable, works easily. It's not so hard to figure out, right? And then the nozzle spray is very good. It will not give you any issue. If you're going for something dewy, the Nia Beauty spray, they also have like a dewy version of their setting spray. Another one I like is the Omarico Beauty matte setting spray as well. So Pro has a very good dewy melting setting spray. Their dewy setting spray actually melts down your makeup well. So Pro has one, and then Nuban Beauty setting spray, they also have a dewy version of their setting spray as well. For fixing sprays, I will go to Jola's Beauty fixing spray. I like that one because it's easy to work with. I don't want to mention So Pro because So Pro does a very good job. It lasts longer, it's very long wear, and it's really nice, but I just think that it's a bit oily when you apply. Unless you're very dry skin, then yeah, you can go for the So Pro one. Now going on to highlighters, if I wanted to get a highlighter, I'll definitely just go for the TM Essentials highlighter. It's very beginner friendly because it works well on top of powders, and usually you apply it on top of your powdered face. And so for a beginner, you don't want something too wet that is complicated for you to use, that you might be having issues. I would always recommend the TM Essentials Cheek Glaze for your highlighter. And now this is basically the end of my recommendations. Now if I wanted to save more money, I would try as much as possible to save more by buying more palettes and then buying less separate products, right? Thank you so much for watching. I hope this really helped you as a beginner. If you like more suggestions or deep dive like this, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.